If you're about to hire a personal trainer, pause this for 30 seconds because most people walk into a gym, get sold a package, and never realize they just hired someone with zero idea how to train them specifically. Especially here in the Philippines, it's not really science-based, unfortunately. So I've spent years in the wellness space building HoliFit, working with corporate teams, athletes, and everyday people, trying to get in shape. And I'm going to give you the exact 10-point checklist I use to vet a personal trainer. By the end of this video, you'll know more than 90% of gym goers about how to hire a coach who actually delivers results. Let's get into it. Here's the truth. A great trainer doesn't just give you workouts. They assess, prescribe, and progress based on data. Just like a doctor wouldn't give you medication without a diagnosis, a real coach won't program you without an assessment. So if a trainer ever skips straight to let's start with chest day, that's your first red flag. Let me show you what they should be doing instead. Point 1. Credentials and background. First is credentials. Look for certifications from real bodies: NASM, ACE, ACSM, NSCA, ISSA. Here in the Philippines, we have PAFE and Fit Asia. These are solid local options. But certifications are the floor, not the ceiling. Ask about specialty certs like corrective exercise, strength and conditioning, pre- and postnatal nutrition coaching, pre- and postnatal and nutrition coaching, and non-negotiables like first aid and CPR, because if something goes wrong during the session, you want someone who can respond. Then ask for testimonials and transformations. Real results from real clients beat any certification on the wall. Point number 2, intake and health screening. Before any training, a real coach runs an intake. The gold standard is a PARQ, which stands for Physical Activity Readiness Questionnaire. It screens for heart conditions, hypertension, diabetes, joint problems. If you have any of those, you need medical clearance first. They should also dig into your lifestyle. So sleep, stress, hydration, how many hours you sit, alcohol, smoking, etc. Why? Because recovery and results depend on lifestyle, not just the hour you spend in the gym. And they should set SMART goals with you. If they don't ask why you want this, you're being sold a generic program. Point number 3, body composition tests. Now we get into the data. A real coach measures height, weight, BMI, which I kind of find irrelevant now, baseline only. BMI lies for muscular people. Body fat percentage using calipers, bioelectrical impedance like InBody or DEXA if available. We use Tanita. This is how you actually track fat loss versus muscle gain. Circumference measurements. So using a tape measure to get your waist, hips, chest, arms, thighs. The scale can stay the same weight while your body completely changes shape. Resting heart rate and blood pressure, your cardiovascular baselines, even VO2 max. Okay? If your trainer doesn't track any of these, they don't know if you're progressing. You're just hoping. Point number 4, nutrition assessment. This is where most trainers fail. Fitness is about 70% nutrition. Your trainer should at minimum calculate your caloric needs. So that's your BMR and your TDEE using formulas like Mifflin St. Jeor that tells your maintenance calories. Without those numbers, fat loss or muscle gain is pure guesswork. Then macros, so how much protein for muscle retention, carbs to fuel your training, fats for hormone health. They should give you targets based on your body weight and goals. They should review your food diary, even a 24-hour recall, and check hydration. Most Filipinos are chronically underhydrated. Now, Important boundary. In many places, only licensed dietitians can give meal plans. A trainer can give nutrition guidance. A great trainer knows the difference and stays in their lane. Point number 5, movement and mobility screening. Before you lift heavy, your trainer should screen how you move. This includes, before you lift heavy, your trainer should screen how you move. This includes posture analysis from the front, from both sides and back, looking at head position, shoulders, hips, knees, and feet. Overhead squat assessment, or functional movement screening, FMS, reveals mobility limits, asymmetries, and stability gaps. Single leg balance test, that tests your core stability and predicts injury risk. Joint range of motion, so that's the shoulders, hips, ankles, thoracic spine. If you have a tight ankle or a stuck thoracic spine and you start loading squats, that's how injuries happen. A good coach catches this before you put weight on the bar. Point number 6, strength test. Now the strength baselines. Push-up test, max reps with clean form, tells us about upper body endurance and core stability. Plank hold, time to failure, core endurance protects your lower back. Body weight or goblet squat for reps. That's lower body strength and movement quality. Grip strength, if they have a dynamometer, that's a mouthful. Grip is one of the strongest predictors of overall strength and longevity. Yes, longevity. 1 rep max or estimated 1 rep max for trained clients on squat, deadlift, bench, and press, shoulder press. Used to program load accurately. These numbers become your baseline. In 4 to 8 weeks, you test again. That's how you measure progress instead of guessing. Point number 7, cardiovascular testing. Strength alone isn't fitness. Your trainer should test cardio too. A 3-minute step up test or a 1.5 mile run or the 12-minute Cooper test to estimate your VO2 max. And they should check recovery heart rate. Basically, how fast your heart rate drops after exertion. Sometimes they call it RHR. That's a powerful indicator of cardiovascular and autonomic health. Now, point number 8, programming and coaching philosophy. Ask them, what does my next 12 weeks look like? A real coach will talk about periodization, how they progress load, volume, and intensity over weeks and months. They'll have a reassessment schedule every 4 to 8 weeks. They'll talk about recovery, sleep, and how they handle plateaus and soreness. If their answer is, we'll just see how you feel, that's not coaching. That's babysitting. Point number 9, soft skills and fit. Here's what people underestimate. Chemistry drives adherence. You'll spend hours with this person every week. So check. Do they explain the why behind each exercise? You should be learning, not just being yelled at. Do their personality and style match yours? Motivational, technical, calm, intense? Are they professional? On time, present in session, not scrolling their phone? Are they learning? Courses, conferences, books. Stagnant trainers fall behind fast. Point number 10, logistics and business. Finally, the business side. Get pricing, packaging, and cancellation policies in writing. Ask about session structure. Is there a warm-up, main work, cool down, and session notes? Ask how they track your progress. An app, a spreadsheet, a journal. And always do a trial session before committing to a package. Unless they're fully booked and they don't have it, and that might be a good signal. Now, let's talk about red flags. Quick red flag list. If you see any of these, run the other way. No intake assessment. One-size-fits-all programs. Pushing supplement sales. Dismissing pain or injury. No progress tracking. Ego lifting demos. Can't explain why you're doing an exercise. A great coach is part scientist, part teacher, part motivator. Anything less is a waste of your money. Hiring a personal trainer is one of the most important investments you can make in your health and performance. Do it right, and you change your body, your energy, and your life. Do it wrong, and you waste months, sometimes years. If this was valuable, hit subscribe, drop a comment, like, anything else. Every week, we'll be talking about health, performance, and comment checklist if you want me to send you the 10-point vetting list as a free download. So I'm Coach Jose, train smart, live well, and see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.